for this week's Alteryx Weekly Challenge, we're looking at calculating the number of working days between two certain dates, and we've made that into a macro. So I could pick, say, the 19th of January as my start date, and then I could hop along to December the 31st, 2021 as my end date, and then I can put in an optional file. So I've got the 2021 US bank holidays as my default optional file, but as you know, the included file is including some holidays from Rick. So let's just run that, and then we see that we get 237 working days between those two dates. So how do we build this macro? Let's go ahead and take a look. So we're using the generate rows tool for our start value and our end value of our dates, and we're just going to generate a row for every single day between those dates. So the way that we sort of control that is we're putting in any old start date here, using a toDate to make sure that it definitely is a date, and we're saying, hey, go ahead and add one day to that start date until we reach our end date. And our way that we control our start and end date is via the date tool, and we're just updating the values. So where we've got those dates written in our toDate function, we're just replacing that with whatever we input in the date interface tool. So we do that, and then we create another field looking at the day of that date. So we do that by using a date time format formula, which is a bit of a mouthful, and we're using the %A, which gives us back the 3-letter day. We can filter our weekends by just filtering out anything that starts with an S, because we know that Saturday and Sunday are the only weekdays that start with an S, quite self-explanatory. And here's where we have our optional file input. So by default, we're just inputting those bank holidays in the US, but we can change that by having a file input tool. It's called a file browse instead of file input, and you just choose whatever you want the text to be up here, and you can say, okay, I want it to be a CSV file that gets read in, and it converts the date into a date data type. We join that on so that anything that kind of does join is obviously going to be a day off as well, not a working day. And then, so anything that comes out the left of this join, we count the records, that is our N output, and we just have the list itself as our L output. So nice and kind of simple, and I hope that was useful for helping you to think about the number of working days between two dates in Alteryx. Thanks for watching.